Hey everyone, we're back with another In the Studio with Kurse. Still making Stay the Night, my remix. I've been gone for a couple days. I've just been like tweaking and working on this. You'll probably notice a few changes. I've changed the build up slightly. I've added more to the melody. I'll show you what I mean, as well as I'll make sure that I have not got these filters on. So I also put on a bunch of filters as well to make it a bit more interesting. Filter. There they are. Oh, there. Okay. So this is the piano now, just the piano on its own. I hope. Please just be the piano. Okay. This is what it sounds like with my tweaking and editing and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'll just play you what else I've got here, because I decided to make the intro a little bit different. I added this kind of filter thing in. Added this filter thing at the beginning to give it a bit more of an interesting introduction.
Gonna stay the night. Doesn't mean we're bound for life. So, are you gonna stay the night? 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 Doesn't mean we're bound for life. So, are you gonna stay the night?
So yeah, that's what I got so far. There's a couple things in that little build that I want to improve on, like that pitch riser. It's kind of quiet. It's also very moody, very dark. You can't really muddy even. You can't really pick it out too much. So yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. As you can see up here, my CPU is dying because there is so much that I'm doing on this track, and I've also got Camtasia, and there's a lot of instruments on here already. There's a lot of there's quite a few massive patches, but it's not just that, but it's also that I've got loads and loads of plugins on already, and it's just processing so much. Plus I've also got Camtasia running, which is not helping at all. That's besides the point. So the reason I've not been working on this too much is because I've had the dreaded musician's block. If you don't know what musician's block is, it's basically when musicians, or any creator of anything, you get writer's blocks as well, is when they have a spur of inspiration and ideas, and then they keep it going, and then all of a sudden the ideas and the inspiration, they just stop. They stop dead, and you don't know what to do, and so you're ended up messing around and tweaking and fixing stuff. I've heard people like Madian gets these types of things a lot, apparently. Madian gets writer's block, gets musician block a hell of a lot. I get musician's block a lot, and unfortunately there's really no proper way to overcome it. It's just something that's kind of part of music. But what you can do to sort of help you out is that there's like a cycle in your brain. This is the psychological part. Your brain is really tired after you focus on one task for a prolonged period of time. Like if you're doing maths for like 40 minutes, I believe your brain starts to switch off because you just lose interest and you lose concentration. So basically, when you're doing music and you've been doing it for about an hour, maybe two, depends how long your attention span is, then your brain just starts to say, starting to get bored of this, mate, can we do something else? And that's when the musician block sort of comes along. And that's when you start coming up with ideas, and that's when you start to get bored. And the best thing to do is just step back, get a cup of tea, get your lunch, get your dinner, breakfast, whatever, depends how early you are, depends how late, and just take a good hour, hour and a half away from music. And think, just don't think too hard, but just think, what could I do to this track? And if you don't know what to do, then go into YouTube with your cup of tea, go into YouTube and type in an artist that you want this style to resemble. So this, I kind of want a zomboyish style, but I kind of also want to have a sort of 7 linesy approach to it as well. It's kind of a strange combination, I know, but I'll see what I can do. So yeah, you watch these videos, you listen to the music, and let all these ideas cultivate in your mind, and then return to the music. If that doesn't work, then don't touch it for about a day. Go to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, you'll feel fully rejuvenated, and you'll be absolutely fine. You'll come up with loads of ideas, and that's the best time to make music, is in the morning, because that's when your mind is the freshest it will possibly be. So don't stretch yourself for an entire day of music. Say maybe either do it about 10 o'clock in the morning or so, maybe a little bit earlier, and then keep going until you eventually think, right, there's no point in me doing any more. Because if you keep on going, then you might start to pick out sounds that you don't like a snare drum, and then you'll start focusing on it, and then when you don't like what that sounds like, then you want to change it, but it was absolutely perfect before. And then when you go to it the next morning, you listen again, and you're like, what the hell have I done? And your mind just gets tired, and you focus on things too much, and so you just need to take a break, relax, go back to it later. So while I was going back to it later, I messed around with the build-up a hell of a lot more, and I added a lot more to the whole thing. And now I guess the drop is more important here, because the build-up isn't quite finished. I know I want to have something heavier for the build-up. I definitely want to get rid of these soft tones. But yeah, time for the drop. Drops are crucial to a dubstep mix, everyone knows this. Drops contain bass, leads, arps, sometimes pads in the background, and hard-hitting side-chaining drums. So I got our drums, as you'll hear here. Okay, and bass. Okay. Plugins which are great for making bass, we all know, is either heavily induced synthesis plugin like Massive, or FM synthesizers. FM synthesizers I am not going to delve into because they are too complicated, but if you're not familiar with FM synthesis, this is Native Instruments FM8. Okay, you see this? It looks quite simple. Okay. Still looking kind of simple. Yeah, still got the impression it's quite simple there. You got a... yeah? Okay, good. So, unlike Massive, Massive, being a synthesizer, uses oscillators to create its sounds. It's like wavetables. Wavetables that go at, I believe, a less modulated rate, which means that they're not as fast. And so you can't really get much of a grittier sound. You just sort of have basic wavetables. You have 3 wavetables in Massive, that's your lot. Whereas in FM synthesis, instead of wavetables, you get these things called operators. And I believe you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 operators in FM8. However, in other plugins, such as ImageLine's very own Citrus, you also get 6. Okay, never mind. So this is FM8. FM8's cracking if you know how to use it. I do not. I'm still learning. FM synthesis is probably the most complicated part about music, because it's so much different from additive, subtractive, sampled, that type of thing. So synthesizers, additive synthesizers uses tri-oscillator, it's 3 oscillators, and FM synthesizers which use 6 operators instead of oscillators. What does FM stands for? FM stands for frequency modulation. What does this mean? Frequency modulation, well, frequency, Jesus Christ, frequency modulation, frequency like, I believe how fast a sound is playing, or how fast a sound is, because when you have a sound, especially in a FM8 or Citrus, whatever, if I was to play a note, say C, okay, it sounds like a sine wave. However, quantizing is kind of strange. However, this thing here, the ratio, is the speed of which the sound will play through a wavetable or a waveform. Over here you'll see that it's already set to sine waveform, so if I change this to say a square, then it'll sound a little bit, maybe slightly more 8-bitish. Oh. No. It sounds exactly the same. That's interesting. I don't know how this all works. It's probably because I've not got my operators set, actually. No? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I know why. Okay, no I don't, I lied. Why aren't you? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with FM synthesis. Okay, so what would have been the dream is that FM synthesis, this ratio thing here, this sort of dictates how quickly the sound is playing through its wavetable. So if you open up Massive, you'll see that you have these LFOs. These are low frequency oscillators. Took a little while. So low frequency, which means that you can hear it going wab 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 wab, and you think that when it gets to about 32 it's pretty fast. Well, when it's on FM synthesis, that's around about 64, goes to 128, goes to about 1000. It goes really, really fast, so fast that you actually get a really gritty sound. And FM synthesis is really good for growls and heavy respaces, because you can get such grittiness. And that's basically what FM synthesis is. It's a very old system, a very old, outdated system, back to the days of synthesizers that were played on a keyboard, such as like a Moog synthesizer or a Nord synthesizer, where instead of using oscillators like Massive, you would get these rows of jack slots, and you would get quarter-inch jacks, and what happened is you plugged them into each one of these slots, and it sort of affected which operator was being modulated. And I can't explain it, it's too confusing, it's far too much for me. I'm not going to go into it. So that's FM synthesis. I might look more into it, but if you do want a good tutorial on FM synthesis, I suggest checking out JMac tutorials. There's JMac's link, I hope I posted just there, and also I believe Seamless did a couple of videos on that as well. So Seamless, here's a link to your channel. Anyway, enough procrastinating. Dubstep bass. I'm gonna cheat because growls are not my forte. I've got a special pack here from a group that started up called the FL Studio Producer Community. I don't think it exists anymore, but basically there was names in it such as Abstract, J Cosmic, I think Olex, yeah, Olex was in the group. So was Droid, I am Droid, Quincy, JMac, probably already said his name, Seamless maybe. Yeah, that was really cool. As well as a couple of other Kayla Cosmocat or something like that. Anyway, this has got some really good growls in it. I'm gonna go find one that I know is pretty good. Thing is, I don't know if this has got much bass on it. I might have to sub-bass it. Yep, it does. Most definitely does. That was really loud. Gonna hurt my eardrums there. Okay, well, right away, LFOs. Ugh. I don't like those LFOs. Is there any need for LFOs on this one? Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe not. Gravel Fool. And they are good growls for what's in this pack, because it was a collaboration pack. It was really good. Right, that's a seamless. This is a seamless bass. I believe you have to vocord that. Vocording bass. Not going to go into it. Bass snarling. No. Feel free to skip this. Not much happening. Ooh, I could use you. Oh, did I just see something called? Oh, Killer Growl. Sold. Fucking sold. Alright. Cracking. That's great. Okay. I love that. Right. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stay the night. Oh, if you're wondering what's here, I had some sort of snare thing, but I didn't know where I could integrate it into the mix. Yeah, it sounds cool, but it's just not got any place in this mix, so I can't really use it. I might see if I can add it somewhere else.
Are you gonna stay the night? Doesn't mean we're bound for life. So are you gonna stay the night? Are you gonna stay the night? Gonna stay the night. Gonna stay the night. Gonna
I like that ending, but it's just a little bit. It's way too loud, that much is obvious. Ooh, I've got a good sound. Because I made this one. This one will be part of the subscriber pack, which I will release when I get 700 subscribers, maybe. It sounds really naff because I'm not doing anything with that growl just yet. I'm just sort of letting it happen. Also, there are no downlifters on here, so it's also probably why it sounds really naff. Ah, that sounds better. Yeah, that's good, but there might be a better sound actually. I just bought a pack from Freaky Loops. There it is, Freaky Loops. Freaky Loops I adore. Cannot get enough of Freaky Loops because I think the packs are just fantastic. They just always do fantastic sounds in every single one. I've got Complextron Dubstep 2, I've got Complextron Dubstep 3, I've got the electro house sounds, and I've also got Freaky Loops Serious Electro Dubstep. And there's a really good lead in here. I can't remember its name, I'll find it. Maybe it's Resosaw? That's not it, but it sounds cool anyway. Crushed lead, come on. I mean, they're still really good sounds, but they're just not quite what I'm looking for. Cut-off Dominator. Dangerously. Nope, not quite. Addictive Flute. No. Is it MLK? Like, I feel like I just tested that sound. Vibratoed awesomeness. Definitely not. It's a really punchy sound. Okay, maybe it's a synth then. Nope, but that does sound very... Oh, what was that? Oh, I thought I saw it there. Glide Scratcher. That's closer. No. No, it's not it. I know the comment section might be outraged at the fact that I'm using presets, but if you have presets, why wouldn't you use them? I had it. I swear I heard it. I definitely did. It was really, really zomboyish. It was like, it was crazy zomboyish. Just really struggling to find it now. It's really annoying because you have in your head what you want and then you just cannot find it. Such a pain. Must die, is this it? No. However, this preset it is this preset. It is. It's just got a really stupid LFO on it. This is the exact sound I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. It took a long time. I believe F2 is where you belong. That, just tell me right now that doesn't sound like something Zomboy would make. And don't lie, because it does. 5, 4, octave, okay, off. Okay, just put some sub bass on that, and that's like. I take it these guys were not big fans of the pitch envelope. This growl is just not doing what I want it to do. And I don't. I'm really trying to remember. Because JMac's really good with growl basses. And I wish I could actually speak to JMac sometime, that would be quite handy. Oh, wrong one. Because there's this trick with an EQ, and I'm struggling to remember it. Maybe I'll have the preset. I'll call you growl. Yeah, maybe there's a preset for it, but it's a really neat trick. I might have put down a preset if I'm a genius, which apparently I am not. What was it again? Okay, there was no band 1. Band 2 was like that, I think. Oh, that's it. It was like odd bands. Yeah, so like that one, that one, that one, something like that. No, it wasn't. No, I remember it now. It was this one, and this one. It was, yeah, that's it. And this one was a high pass. This one was a low pass. And this one was like a duck out. Yeah, I remember you. They were really, I remember them being quite tight as well. Oh, what was it? Someone like that. God, this is a blast from the past. God, this is ages ago. I'm really struggling to remember it. Something like that. It was something like that. And this came over and it messed around with the high pass, and this one came over and messed around with the low pass. Maybe I should match peaks. Oh, 15% was a magic number. God, why can I not remember this? Oh. Sorry. Alright, something like that. Or was it this one that moved? I don't even know anymore. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this one and this one. Yeah. That, yeah. That looks familiar. This is back to my days when I was making another track. Actually, no, I'm gonna load up the track I was just talking about, just to see if I've got this right. It's called Jailhouse. There it is. Jailhouse, some of you may know, is my Zomboy inspired, really heavily Zomboy inspired dubstep track that I put together. It's on my SoundCloud now. I might upload a full version to YouTube soon, but I need to remaster it because when I started I was a total idiot. Okay. I was a total idiot when I started because I decided to do something really stupid and put what was it? yeah, I decided to put an ozone master on the first track, and so I just dundedly fucked everything up. Apparently, I've lost my snare drums too. Yeah, this is like this is this is how dubstep songs are supposed to look like, apparently. So I'm really new to that. I mean, look at that. Those are my automation clips. This was just insanity to create. This was something like 120 hours. It was insane. We could just like clear everything. Less than a minute was spent working. I probably like overclocked it. It was really, really high.
Bring it back.
I need to make a build because it's shabby.
Blow your speakers up.
Yeah, the CPU's just dying on me. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh damn. Okay, yeah, I remember you being unleashed. This is one I made. And this was also one I made. This is a tutorial that taught me this one though. This is actually a really pretty gritty growl, if I remember. This one's okay. It's quite wet, but together, very zomboish. What channel are you linked to? You're linked to 11. Oh, are you on different channels then? Yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh jeez, what was I thinking? Okay, one of these will be a master, and one of these will be a... Holy shit! Oh my days, do not copy this, do not follow this, I don't know what I was thinking. So this must be the, yeah, oh, right, okay, so they're all pass, okay. I really messed that up. And what are you like? Okay, you're... Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? Boost the high end all the way up. Do I not have a sub bass on this? Where's my... Oh geez, I do as well. What the hell was I thinking? Okay, this is horrendous and it's giving me a headache. I wonder what this bit sounds like. It actually wasn't, it's not that bad a track. It's just a mastering disaster. I urge you to really, I'll probably upload this after done because I'm feeling inclined to fix it all now. Really, check it out. Yeah. Anyway, the growl track. What do you... Okay, so that's what it looks like normally. That's really close to what I had before. So, say preset as growl master EQ. Okay. I'm just gonna go see which envelopes I should be looking at when I'm doing this. Okay, so there's the web envelope for the actual growl. These are the EQ band 6, band 2, band 2. So it's just, oh of course, if I was to ever use the citrus patch, I'd probably have to use the X modulation envelope. Oh, shit. The X pan, not the Y pan. Okay. Gonna save you. Oh damn, okay. Unless I've already got you saved somewhere. No? Apparently not. I would have thought I would have saved this actually. It's quite impressive. Okay. So save preset as growl. I'll put you in bass. There you go, now you have a home. Okay. Stay the night. I get a feeling that I've still got insane musician's block, so I'm still kind of struggling with this. However, I will layer, and I think layering growls is actually something which could be pretty useful. There, right. Okay, I don't even want to know what I had before. Okay. Jesus Christ. Cannot believe I was all for doing that. Okay, so modulating that one. I should already... Oh, did I delete him? I did, so I did. As you can see, this is really turning into a huge job. Like, everything's just piling up on top of me. And my CPU is probably going to start freaking out soon as well. It already is freaking out, but it's about to start really freaking out. And I might get a video of when it's really freaking out. You'll see it. It just cannot handle it at all. And it's a shame, because I really wish it would switch to RAM more than CPU, and that doesn't make much sense. But I wish it could use. I wish it had a function where it could use up as much RAM as possible and leave CPU to a minimum. Because I've got 16 gigabytes, and it's not even using a gigabyte of that. So, whatever. Well, that is way too loud. However, it's probably because it is a really crap setting I've got it on. Yeah. Oh. This is a dangerous thing to do because it's technically EQing it, it could be really, really messing up the mix. So I need to be careful when doing this. Okay. I like the growl, but now it's just... It's just not quite... It's not quite got it. It's a little bit too much. It's a really nice growl as well. It's just not quite the right thing. God damn it, writer's block. This is a real pain in the ass sometimes. Electric growl. I can't remember this being fantastic. It was pretty good, but... It was just wop wop. It was basically that. So I'm going to modulate this all manually because I'm not lazy. Man. I hate this. It's really lazy with some people that are just like, oh, growls can be modulated using an LFO, and it's just really lazy because growls are, well, it's lazy because growls are interactive and they're always moving about the place. This is what makes dubstep special, is the interactivity of some of the sounds. And growls are probably the most interactive sounds out of all, because you really need to put a lot of soundscape and ideology and like stuff into it. Yeah, there's no easy way out when making a growl because it'll sound crap. So when you make a growl, you will have to pull out a few automation clips, and you probably will have to EQ it separately, and this is how it just has to be. And the people who think, oh well, I'll just put an LFO in it, they're not going to get very far when making this type of music because it's just lazy. And there's no point being a lazy producer. Because when you're a lazy producer, no one will listen to your music. You should be a perfectionist. It should be like a piece of art. It is a piece of art. It's yours. You should be proud of it. So make it as good as possible. I don't understand people who don't want to make it sound good. Okay. This is where we can mess around with the EQ. Okay, gonna add some effects. For instance, homicide. Ignore the T-Mare symbol there. Homicide. What is homicide? Homicide. You get plugins which affect the sound and the grittiness of a sound, and those types of plugins are called distortion plugins. Distortion goes way back to the days of the foot pedal for a guitar, when an electric guitar wanted to sound more gritty and harder in a rock song, or sometimes even progressive rock. They would then step on this pedal and it would sort of amp up the amount of distortion. What is distortion? Distortion is effectively when a sound is being pushed at all frequencies to the absolute limit, to the point where it recreates the sound of a speaker not being able to handle the loudness. So it starts to crack and pop and fizzle, and it just makes it sound a hell of a lot grittier. And it's really, really good because a lot of dubstep songs are very gritty and very harsh, and with distortion, just the right amount of distortion can make it sound so much sweeter. So it's really quite simple. It's basically like every other effects plugin. There's sort of like these four settings that say, okay, this is what each band is going to be affected, this is what's going to happen. So it's very similar to the parametric EQ. So it has 4 bands this time instead of 7. So I'm going to take away these 3 here. So we're left with 4 bands. So this means that it's going to be quite difficult to position. So what's happening here is that over here it's saying that whatever you change on this part of the plugin is going to affect the first band, the bass band. This part here will affect the lower mid band. This bit here will affect the higher mid band, and this here will affect the high pass band. So anything up here will immediately get gritty, anything here will immediately get gritty, get gritty, get gritty. Distortion is usually better when it's in the top 2 frequencies, mainly because that's where a lot of your colour is. However, you need to be careful because a lot of basses don't really use the high section too much. They use more of this upper mid section here. It's really quite simple because you just change these. This is the amount of power it'll have. Like, not power. This is the volume. This is how much it'll be affected by. So I'm going to affect this band here and this band here because they're the only ones I care about. You also get your threshold, attack, release, and amount. Don't worry about them too much. This is body. This is effectively how wide, or the width of the band that you're going to be adjusting to. So if you start like all the way down here, what will happen is that you're just affecting like a tiny little line down here. However, when you turn it all the way up, it's effectively affecting these bands here. So that's how it works. Say 5%. Oh, okay. And Jesus, that was fast. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Homicide being fantastic. Jesus, that was really fast. That's spot on. That's exactly what I want. God, this just sounds so insecure and kind of want to add a bit more vibrato to you. Just a little bit more. kind of want to add a little bit of a pitch riser in there, actually. To 1, because I do not want it modulating a lot. Just a little bit, because it's very soft modulation. It should be almost unnoticeable. That might be a little bit too much, so it will be too much actually. So let's hear what it sounds like. Just like this. Just because I like to complexify my sounds. Why are you doing that? Maybe it'll say, oh, stupid. I know why. It's got modulation on as well. Silly. Phase, yeah, you're, okay. That's why. Oh, it's glorious. Right, put it up just one more because I kind of want that to be a bit more obvious. I love that sound, it's so gritty. That's perfect, that's just cracking. Probably add some reverb. Wonder what would happen if I was to, say, put you over just a little bit more. Abstract. Not abstract, it's cosmic, J-cosmic. This guy, J-cosmic. Oh, this bass is cracking. One last bass, just fits a little bit in here.
Stay the night. Are you gonna stay the night?
Oh, that is sick. Oh, please, let me do this. Let this happen. Just, please work. I'm gonna, personally, don't mind me, I will jump on the ceiling if this works. Please, let it happen. Oh, it'll be beautiful. I've heard it so many times before, but it'll be just perfect. Okay. Wow. Wow. Do 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 do. Wow. I've heard it. I've definitely heard it. Wow. I've heard it somewhere. I will hear it again. Definitely will most definitely hear it again. I will hear it again. You wait and see. I've heard it on silence. And it's just majestic. It's beautiful. When you hear it, you'll love it. And then I'm gonna stop because I've been at this for about an hour and 10, 20 minutes. Come on. Okay, I'll hear it. let it happen. Come on. Wow. Oh, I know why. Because it's not on the regular sound bank. It is. It's a hover. There it is. There it is. Oh, it's glorious. Just, oh. There we have it. Just, oh, I'm so glad. Oh, words cannot describe how happy I feel just now. I mean, I'm gonna go over that sound. I'm gonna revisit it while you guys are gone. I'm gonna trim, improve, fatten up, add in some sub, maybe add in a little bit more to this. Next time I'll probably be spending time layering and adding more depth to this, because it's a little bit flat, of course, because we just started. But oh, that's giving me chills. That moment where you just hear the bass kick in. It's good. Oh, it's cracking. Just, oh, that feel. Like when you maybe don't hear it properly just yet, but when I've finished off the track, when I've released it, oh, I can't wait. I was gonna call this a pitch hoover. I'm certain I heard it in a couple other tracks. I've definitely heard it in. There's that track, I don't know its name, but I know Crucify Me has it. I know that Doomsday by Neuro has it as well. So I'll probably search for Doomsday bass if I want to maybe improve it a little bit. What am I looking for again? Oh, limiter. Because I'm going to sidechain it. Hear what that sounds like. Oh, I'm really excited. I just cannot wait. So yeah, if you guys enjoy these, please keep on watching them and share them about, because I don't know of any other channel that actually shows you the process of making an entire dubstep track, like a mainline dubstep track from scratch. It's like a tutorial, and it's showing you what I do step by step, and it's just, I'd say that it's really good. I think Seamless does a video like this, but he does it more during his live streams, whereas this is more of a dedicated stream. So please, please, please tell any producer you know about me and how I'm in the process of making Stay the Night remix. Support me by liking my Facebook page, or follow me on SoundCloud, or, you know, subscribing to me on YouTube. I mean, it's awesome that I've got 600 and what, like 64 subscribers, 65 subscribers maybe, and literally it's just gone from 50 to 100 in less than a year. It was just incredible for me. I really hope that this year will be a big one, and with tracks like this, you know, who knows where it could go. It could probably evolve, and it'll be really cool to see what will happen in the end, but, you know, let's just wait and see what happens. I'll see you guys later.